On August 4th, 2024, people all around the globe would receive a strange flyer overnight that would end up puzzling the world the next morning. The flyer seemed to depict the face of a strange stone statue, along with miniature ones on the left and right of it, while an unknown language seemed to be printed on it too. What makes this case interesting was the question on how this flyer was delivered to over 40,000 households in the span of one night, ranging from Europe, Canada, and America. This case was said to have no further context, as most people continued on, forgetting about it. I am a private investigator from England and decided to take matters into my own hands to find out more about this mystery. What I found was a deep rabbit hole, so shocking I needed to make a video about it and share to the world what I had found out. I've dedicated the last 3 months of my life looking into this case, so please sit back, relax, and enjoy the video I put together that will have you contemplating to yourself at night, while some audiences might even find it disturbing.
When the summer days are gone, when the roses fade and die, and no more is heard.
What started my investigation to this case was nothing more than a simple reverse image Google search. Who or what was this strange stone man? I had to figure it out. After no longer than 10 minutes, I found what seemed to be the exact image used on the flyer. The strange stone man in the photo turned out to be a bronze statue in Loughborough town centre, not too far away from where I live, created by Shona Kinloch in 1988, which was given the name the Sockman. All this did was make the case even stranger. The Sockman. Why were there flyers of the Sockman being delivered to 40,000 random houses on some random night in August? I had to dig deeper. I found an article on Wikipedia about some information and history about the Sockman. The article read, "The Sockman, commissioned as the Sock, is a bronze statue in Loughborough town centre. The sculpture depicts a man seated on a bollard, naked except for the eponymous sock on his left foot. The sock is symbolic of Loughborough's hosiery industry, and the plinth is engraved with images of the town's history. The piece has become iconic and is used as a symbol for Loughborough." More read, in 1997, Charnwood Borough Council decided to have a sculpture to provide an attractive feature and focus of public interest in the newly pedestrianised Loughborough marketplace. They chose a central site just in front of Loughborough Town Hall. A competition was held in which 5 artists were selected to design a statue. A panel of local experts and laypeople were gathered to make the decision. The winning design was by Scottish sculptor Shona Kinloch. Even after all this information, we still got little to no insight about this case. It was only where my friend Noah contacted me, who happens to work with the police, gave me something that made this mystery 10 times more bizarre. This was the point that led me into the never-ending rabbit hole. But to do this, we'd have to go all the way back to 1928. As I was saying, my friend Noah gave me something that really dug this case twice as deep. His family lives in the Loughborough area, and he knew I was investigating about this case. His older relatives seemed to have a story that caught his attention, and he was able to pull out an old police report written all the way back in 1928 that backed it up. He sent me this picture of it. The report read, "Leicestershire Police, Mr. H.J. Addington, June 5, 1928. Keep in mind, this is 70 years before the creation of the Sockman. Throughout the town of Loughborough, numerous residents did report the arrival of letters penned in an untranslatable tongue, filled with unknown symbols, open squares, and dots. Some of these letters bore a faint resemblance to the visage of a face. Furthermore, a total of 9 circular holes were uncovered scattered throughout the town, presenting a case of vandalism. These holes were quite alike, measuring some 1.5 meters in width and 2 meters in depth. They appeared in various locales, from the thoroughfares to few courtyards. Each hole was marked with engravings that seemed to mirror the same language found in the letters received by the people of the town. All these occurrences did seem to transpire in the span of a single night. Which is most peculiar. There were no witnesses to this strange affair until several children, ranging in age from 4 to 10, proclaimed to their parents that they knew the identity of the miscreant responsible for the holes. The children's account were remarkably similar, as they declared, "'Twas the great stone man with a sock upon one foot. He is the one who did dig the holes." When further queried for additional information regarding the incident, the children were unable to provide any more insight. After reading this, it was hard for me to believe the record. A great stone man with a sock on one foot. That almost perfectly describes the Sockman, and the letters sound similar to the flyers that were delivered worldwide. Something isn't right about this statue. Things just don't add up. Not to mention there was another incident, but this time in 2002. According to a few students attending the college in Loughborough, the Sockman statue had mysteriously vanished one morning. But before any proper reports could be made, the statue had reappeared the next day. I tried to contact the students for them to share any evidence about the incident, but most said they weren't interested. Some believe it could have been construction miscommunication or perhaps a failed robbery attempt. I cannot entirely back up what I'm about to tell, as somebody else on my Discord server gave me the screenshots of an account that is now deleted. But otherwise, a Twitter account, or now known as X, with the name Johnny Photography 76, was just another ordinary account, with him posting a lot of his photography on it. Johnny had been on the platform for quite a while now, and would post pictures pretty frequently. Things were pretty normal until Johnny posted a tweet saying, "Hey guys, sorry I haven't posted for a while. It's been kinda rough for me recently. I've been, well, seeing things. I went to a doctor and was recently diagnosed with schizophrenia. I don't know how things will be from now on, but I'll keep you guys posted." It wasn't for another 25 days until Johnny wrote his next post. And it was, well, random for at least. Johnny asked, "Does anyone know anything about that Sockman statue in Loughborough?" Given the situation, it was a rather strange follow-up message, considering that he had just been diagnosed with schizophrenia. But things just continued to get more disturbing. On July 22nd, 2021, Johnny would make his last and final post to his social media, just before he would permanently delete his account. The image was posted with no context. I probably don't have to tell you what isn't right in this image, but if we zoom in, we can see a silhouette that matches the profile of something we have been discussing. I pieced together as much as I could for this case, but there is still so much unsolved. I don't know what is behind this somewhat ordinary-looking statue, but I do know there is a lot more behind it than most people think. If you know anything about this, feel free to leave a comment down below. Otherwise, if this video does well, I might make a part 2 interviewing people in the area. For everyone watching till the end, I hope you enjoyed this mystery. Good night.